Hey, I don't know how that happened. My computer crashed. I don't know how this game is the thing that caused that to happen. I mean, it's like it's obviously it looks quite nice, but like not in this like wow, that's really intense sort of way. It's like a nice art style, right? I don't know why. I don't know how it managed to crash that. Apparently, it's unstable. Poor network detection. Connection detected. Sorry. I have an unstable connection right now. So you guys may not be able to see things properly. I mean, OBS seems to be fine. I don't know. I think it's fine, right? It's fine. I click load game. Okay, so there is no autosave. So that is the end of Shadows of Town. We never did find out if he was the killer or not. Tragic. Truly tragic. What time is it? I think 8:30. So that's not very long. I always feel shit when I like don't stream for like 4 or 5 hours because it's just like I stream once a week and then I stream for like no time at all and then it's just like it's just doesn't feel good. I'm kind of just like ooh, that's not really right. I get that no one really watches me, but I kind of feel bad, you know, if I don't like put any effort into it. Well, that was a cool game, but I don't know if it was like I think one playthrough would have been enough for me. You know what I mean? Let's see what else to do then. The thing I really want to play is Metaphor, but again, it would be... Here's the main problem, right? The biggest problem I have with playing Metaphor right now is that it's like... I've only really like... the first stream, I think I said earlier, right? We played out to the first dungeon. And then if the second stream of Metaphor, especially when it's on YouTube as well, and it will look like, you know, it'll be obvious that this is part 2, and it just begins during the third dungeon, and it's just sort of... It would feel weird. I don't know what else to call it, like, just not numbered, I guess, just Metaphor and then Metaphor. And then I could just, like, say, like, hey, Metaphor, and then in the description just write, this is not like a proper series, I played this offline, or something. But it's also like I guess my way of thinking is that like I could probably get away with it because I'm a small streamer, and people who tune in are not people who are like, man, I wish I could watch the whole playthrough. They're just people who are like, oh, this guy isn't as far as me, or maybe they've already finished the game and they're like, oh, this guy is on this part that I really like. I can't wait to see how he reacts to it. So I could play Metaphor. I'm just saying, I could play Metaphor. I could also draw. That is an option. Oh, I'm at the Hanako Games bit when I played those games. Look at my playlist. There's Horseful Uwu and Serving Our Vampire Queen. I wish she's serving us. I played the fucking Horseful game for nearly 5 hours. You having a laugh? I didn't know. That's crazy. I actually never knew that. Well, I guess I did at some point, but I don't know anymore. I forgot. Oh, Fatal Frame 3. Look at that playlist because I had the music playlist open, and I could see all my other playlists at the same time. Fatal Frame 3 is a game I'd love to go back to. That'd be so cool to play that again. What you guys should look at? I felt like I've like done pictures like just ready to like put on stream. There you go. You can look at that picture for a minute. Right. There we go. You can see that, right? Well, I know. I don't know why I'm asking because I can see on my OBS. You can see that. It's I was thinking I could just draw the character, I guess, on stream. I actually haven't really touched this in a good while because I've just been like playing Metaphor or doing other things. It's not. I don't just play games. I do other things as well. But I've mostly been playing Metaphor in my free time anyway. It's like some days I'll open up Metaphor and then I won't actually play it like much at all that day. I'll just have it open in the background while I do other stuff, IRL, or I'll be tabbed out or whatever. So there are like some good few hours. It's probably like 15 to 20 hours of my playtime of that game of not actually me playing the game, which is why I'm only on the third palace and not like at the end of the game. Because I do have like 50 hours in there on Steam now. But again, I think a good portion of that isn't actually playtime. Hopefully. Otherwise it's a really long game. They're saying hopefully. I guess actually I would like it to be a long game because I am enjoying it. But yeah, for Fatal Frame 3, you know, I forgot to say this earlier. I was actually thinking about playing Fatal Frame 4 next. It is on my list. I've got it on my Steam wish list. I might just go ahead and buy that at some point. Maybe not right away, because I've spent a good amount of money this month, so I don't really want to be like, hey, let's just spend like even more money on buying a £40 game or something. Now, let me look through like my playlist on YouTube. It's actually really nice. There's so many like games I see it and I'm just like, man, I really played that, huh? I remember that game. That was so good. Wait, I played XCOM 2 twice on stream. I thought I played it once. I also played it a second. I've also got to play this Suika game, which I played once ever. I always think of fucking, you know, like the Beach of a Bow. I just think of her like a song of it whenever I play a Suika game, which is quite a curse in itself, to be honest. Hang on, did I ever play? I never played like It Takes Two again with Turin, did I? I played it once with him like 2 years ago. We never finished it. He just did a single run of it. Wow. I was made a folder called Clips, and there's one video in there, so I never used it again. Like I just made clips, and that was it. Oh, Black Mesa, that was the very first one I ever streamed, if you didn't know. That was where it all began. I think September 21, I think. Probably, something like that. September 21 or 22, I reckon. One of those years. Probably. How many years have I been streaming for, actually? Actually, well, I think I'll click on the playlist right and find out. It was 3 years ago, apparently, so it's probably nearly 4 years ago. I've streamed for nearly 4 years, holy moly. Doesn't feel like it. And Amnesia the Bunker, which I actually... Yeah, technically I did it in 2 parts. One was last year on Halloween, and the second one was like me just doing it when I wasn't even streaming as with the video. Which... I mean, the game was alright. I can't really say I enjoyed it that much. I felt like it was definitely a bit samey after a while, but I just kind of like, I want to make progress, but the fucking monster is just like cock-blocking me instead of just slowing me down. It was kind of the same as Alien Isolation. I did the same thing, but that was actually a really cool game, and I enjoyed that one. I needed the bunker, I think just got on my nerves, I just really didn't like it. I have 52 streams of Final Fantasy XIV, there's no fucking way. Oh, most of them are quite short. Well, I say that, the first two are quite short. And some of these are videos, like, there's like 2 videos in there. Yeah, many of them are not that long. You got some that are like 4 hours long or 5 hours or more, but like most of them are like 2 hours at most. Yeah, it's just, I was quite busy at this time. I remember this now. I remember I was quite busy around Endwalker's launch, but I really wanted to play the story. I really wanted to play it, so I kind of just kept like, going with it. I was just like, fuck it, we ball. I'm gonna stream whenever I can, and I stream for like 2 hours some days and all that. I should do that more because like, why not, right? Why would I not do that? I should do it more for sure, 100%. I actually, even when no one watches, I do quite a lot of the time I spend with you figurative guys, you know, like you metaphorical people. I like the time I spend with you because it's just nice to not be alone for a little while. So, oh, I don't make Cry 5. Yeah, when I see it like this, when I actually look through how many playlists there actually are of it, I kind of realize I haven't really played that many games overall. Like, I've played a good enough amount, but like, it's not really that many. Oh, that's the complete soundtrack now, apparently. What about this one? The Death Note music. I actually never finished watching this again, by the way. I know I said a while ago I was rewatching it. I didn't finish it this time either. I got to episode 30, I think. I was just like, yeah, I'm good with that. That's okay. I just like don't really care when Elle dies. I don't really like Elle that much in the second rewatch, but like I say the first rewatch. But like I feel like when he disappears, he's kind of like I feel like he kind of carries the show a bit. The 2 new villains, well, you know, antagonists they introduced, are kind of just bleh, you know, they're kind of just alright. They're not really that interesting. Anyway, I should probably look at the actual drawing, shouldn't I? That one. That one right there. You can see it, it's like inverted, I guess? How do I do this? Okay, this is actually really hard to... Fucking, how is it so hard to, like, angle? It's so difficult. There you go, there you go, look, there you go, it's right over there. It's actually really hard to, like, angle it, like... Because you think you know where it is, and you gotta do it, and it's just like, no, it's a opposite direction. Anyway. So the glasses were just like an idea. I don't know how much I talked about this the last time I showed this model off, so I'm just gonna kind of yap a little bit. The glasses were an idea I had, just for some added detail to the face. They're not really needed. That's what it looks like without them. I think it looks pretty cool without them, to be honest. I quite like it either way. We've also got these, which is also like silly sunglasses. I've also made these, which are like awful. Also a mask you can give them like that, which hides some of the hair for some reason. It's just a concept, really doesn't really matter to make this perfect, but you know. Also a cape band I gave them? Oh, it's this sort of weird cape thing to hide the jacket that doesn't look good though. Yeah, it does not look good at all. It looks pretty terrible. But I'll keep it just in case. And you got boots too, which I guess you gotta hide shoes to look at. I've tried a lot of stuff, as you can see. But I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm kind of just winging it as I go along. That's kind of just like the idea of the stream, isn't it? That's kind of just always be in the way. The very first stream I did was just called I have no idea what I'm doing. I feel like that's kind of just like my stream in general, is just I don't know what I'm doing, but let's figure it out as we go along. But like I've always remained loyal to that. Just sort of fucking winging it. You know, I've just realized this playlist kind of sucks, actually. Because this playlist kind of just loops the same song like 4 times, and then it's just like, let's just advance to the next one. I'm gonna play Taking It Slow, Chill and Cozy Autumn Mix. Let's go to this one. Part of the reason I haven't made any progress in this thing for so long is because I just don't know what to do to it. Like, I don't really like this jacket, but I like the sort of general shape of the bottom area. I think that part looks really good, but like the actual design of it I don't like very much. I don't really know how to improve it either, it's difficult. Like, it's really difficult to do. I don't know what to do. Oh, it's like a shitty sort of chain necklace, which this is just like an improvised sort of thing. I might do something similar later on. I'm kind of nervous about the idea of using like a choker, because like those are really common for VTubers for some reason, so I don't really want to do that, because I don't want to like just copy and paste what other people do. I don't like copying too closely. I try to be able. I think I've said before, I was a bit of a complex about like not copying people too much, because like I don't really know why, but since I was a little kid, I was about 11 when I first started making content on the internet. Obviously an old account, which I'm not going to talk about now. And back then, I would obsessively try to figure out how to be inspired without stealing too many ideas, you know? I'd really play around with the idea, try to figure it out. It was maybe not difficult. I think the tough part was trying to learn new things, learning new skills from people, because sometimes it felt like if they were the only one who did the idea, it felt almost like as if I couldn't do the cool idea because they did it, which is not really a good idea. That you shouldn't really be that worried about it. I suppose, I don't know. I was just a kid anyway. It doesn't really matter now, does it? I don't know why I do sneak over to my face, but it's sort of like a natural thing I do to be. I don't really think about it. It just feels quite comfortable. I don't know why. Quite comfy. For what it's worth, the only thing that I want to keep for sure, the only things, I like the shirt. I like the hair. I think everything else can be scrapped, because I don't really care about anything else. Like the jeans, for example, I think the jeans and the shoes are both definitely a placeholder. The jacket is kind of a placeholder as well, because again, I do quite like this sort of flowing sort of look. It's like an animation, but it's not. I think this looks good. I like this quite a bit. But I don't really like this part. I guess if you look at how an actual jacket works, it's not that far off. Can't really see me very well. Also got 3 layers on because British weather. Basically winter already over here, it's fucking freezing. Yeah, like, it doesn't really look that far off. Can't really see it very well. You can sort of see that shoulder. Everything's inverted, it's really weird. Right, that's my shoulder there. That's the wrong arm. This is my shoulder. And that's the rest of the jacket. It sort of flows down to about there. Where my fingers are. That's where it sort of ends. So it's not very wide, so I feel like that's pretty similar to this. I think this idea was based on a coat that I actually purchased in real life. I can quickly show you, actually. I got a new coat for the winter because I needed something that wasn't a jean, like a denim jacket. Not really bulky anyway. As in heavy. Pretty see just about, right? Maybe not very well. And obviously you can sort of do it up like that as well, make it look very fancy. Makes me look like I actually have money, but I definitely don't. I am poor as hell. Yeah, I kind of like saw that on the internet because that's where I purchased it from. I saw it on the internet and I was like, maybe I can replicate that with this jacket. And then I kind of just didn't. I tried. It didn't really work very well. So, I do have other jackets I've drawn as well. You might have seen earlier. All of these are jackets, I think. I don't really like any of them very much. Where is this song from? It sounds familiar. I think this is the worst one. I don't think I'd ever use this one. Some Legends of Zelda, apparently. Tears of the Kingdom? Rito Village? I was all itchy. As it often is when I stream. You can see my random shit, I think. It does show up, but yeah, you can see my random shit there then. I don't think anything's particularly interesting. You can pause and look at it if you want to. The song is definitely familiar. Like, I've never played Breath of the Wild or whatever, but it sounds familiar. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, I have no idea why I know the song. I really have no idea. Right, that was probably in this folder. I've got like obsessive amounts of folders on my computer, so I don't know where to look to find it. I think I've showed it before, right? This one? This is like the official inspiration sheet, but what it really is just some of my favorite VTubers who I think have some of the coolest outfits. I sort of threw it together as like a maybe somehow, if I stare at it long enough, some good ideas will rub off onto me. And unfortunately they kind of didn't. Like, unfortunately it doesn't really work like that. I'm not really good with fashion or clothes. I'm trying to get better, but I'm really not good at it. It really doesn't come naturally to me. I feel like I'm so averse to like good clothes. I think one of the best ones, I guess I'll show up this one. I think this is Shota. I've never really watched it before, but I've always thought it a really cool outfit. Like a really good, simple outfit. I think this is the sort of thing I would say that I might actually wear in real life. Not the trousers, probably. I'll probably have some simple jeans or something, but this is the sort of thing I would wear. I do have this shirt and this sort of jumper thing in real life, so... But yeah, I think in a way, I've sort of realized, to some degree at least, again, I'm not going to pretend to really have any idea what I'm doing, but I do think these more down-to-earth outfits are more my thing than, say, this sort of thing, or like this sort of thing. I guess this is kind of down. This isn't that crazy. But like this, you know, like, I'm not really good at the fantasy clothing. Like, my brain really doesn't really compute it. Like, I look at it and I think, that's amazing, that's really cool. But then when I actually think about the process of designing it, I don't really know where to go. I'm just like, how do you look at... I could draw like a basic shape of something like this, but then I wouldn't know where to go next. I wouldn't know how to get to this webbing, or these sort of lines here, or the little skulls, this sort of pattern of four of them, these lines, these bows, the nails, this, the asymmetry, the sort of torn cloak. Like, there's so many details in it that I look at and I'm just like, how do they come up with this shit? This is amazing, you know? Like, it's so clever. It's so good. Like, yeah, I'm just not really good at fashion. Or clothing in general, like outfits. Also, I love this one as well, actually. This is very cute, very simplistic. But yeah, I've trying to been... since sort of realizing that, I have been trying to play onto my strengths a little bit. Like, just trying to focus on drawing casual wear. Casual clothing, not too much, not too heavy on the fantasy. But it's tough. What's weird is when it's like this, when it's all faded, it actually looks pretty good up here. I don't really know why. Like, I don't know what changes about it. You reckon maybe this part shouldn't be here? I'm gonna just try that real quick. That's the body right there. I just realized, by the way, I didn't change the fucking thing on Twitch, but I've got to change that real quick. Hang on. Art. Is it art? It is art. Back to designing a VTuber. I have no idea what I'm doing. Need to do a little throwback to the first title. I think that shape makes a bit more sense now, right? Maybe? This feels like... I've got some like buttons, I can't what they do. Maybe I can hide that whenever I see them again. Yeah, like as good as the flowing bit looks, I just don't know about the actual flowing part. I don't know, it doesn't really feel like I would wear a jacket this long, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't really suit me. I don't know, it's tough. Clothing's difficult. I do like layers though. I'm down with making him wear more layers, but at the same time, this shirt, I love its simplicity. I don't know. Why don't we just try drawing the actual jacket I mentioned before? Not enough time at this point, I probably should know how to do this though. You can scream at my horrible methods for drawing. Just gotta do it temporarily because I don't know how it actually looks, but it's like there's like some sort of pads you can sometimes get. I wonder if it's like that would work somehow. None of that. It isn't very good though in this form, so maybe we'll make it a little bit longer. I'll admit, when I draw stuff like this and I'm kind of just throwing ideas at the wall, I think back to that person who just fucking like ripped into my art. I think it kind of does live in my head rent-free, as they say. Maybe it's a bit old-fashioned now, you know. Like, I might look younger, but I'm still an old man at heart, what can I say? I never escape that. I may look 27, but I'm actually 78. But yeah, it always kind of just comes back to drag me down again. It's really dumb. I actually talked to a therapist about it as well, but she kind of gave really shit advice. I feel like she didn't really understand what I was saying. I mean, she was like, "Oh, so you're afraid of criticism?" I'm just like, "It's not really what I meant." Oh, it was just like a single event, you know what I mean? She wouldn't let it go. She just kept chasing after that idea, and I was like, fair enough. I guess that's just what it is. I'm gonna be real. This doesn't look good. For reference, real quick, if we just like. Yeah, I don't know how that looks. I think it's go quite far. I think this basic idea doesn't look too bad. Yeah, like this, what's there right now, I think is pretty good for this jacket. It's how to finish it at the bottom that looks most difficult to me. So let us refer to my little thing of things that I have. Look at Adadon's jacket, he's a really good one. It's kind of vaguely similar. In his case, because it actually the jacket I have in real life does this as well, where it sort of flaps over, and then it's like one part hides the other part, so it obscures it. Even it's the same sort of buttons thing like this. But this jacket that I'm using here is not closed; it's open. So is it something like this? I wonder. If I zoom in on that part. Relative to the well, I guess the buttons are different for this one, so it doesn't really matter so much, but I could have it go down quite far. Then, so just we'll copy it a bit more close to them. I just took this sort of color, even though the opacity is lower than it. The ND won't look too bad if I just take that. It kind of flares out too much. Actually, I guess we can do this, right? I don't like it. I just don't like it. Obviously, it's not exactly like a perfect recreation, of course. It could just look better if I just drew it better, but like, I'm kind of limited by like what I'm capable of. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really know how to make it better, so I can't really do any better than that. It's annoying. Oh, it's frustrating though. I really want a Hunter x Hunter thing. Obviously, no one's gonna like relate to this. No one else has been like reading the manga probably. But yeah, no one I know has been reading the manga. It's difficult. But fucking the third prince in the current arc. I want to know what his Nendis does so bad. I'm so curious. I mean, I guess the real question is gonna be like, what does the first prince's Nendis do? Because we haven't seen him do anything yet, other than exercise spirits by just being there. But like, what is the third prince's thing? Like, what do the coins do? I have to know. Why is it 1 per day? I'm so curious. I feel like it's going to be insane. I feel like it's going to be a point where suddenly it'll do something and everyone's going to be just like... there's no way it's not important. It's like, yeah, it's Chekhov's coins, right? It's just, it's right there in front of us. We have to know. I'm so curious. Again, I don't really like this jacket, but I do think it is objectively the best one so far. I would never wear this. I really would never wear a jacket like this in real life, and so I wouldn't want to put this character wearing it, because this is going to be my VTuber, right? Whenever it's finished, about 10 years from now. Whenever I actually finish drawing it. Let's say that there will be a point. There's going to be a point that I get to where I'm suddenly like, oh shit. It's actually all coming together pretty well. I'm actually really into this, and then I'll just zoom through it to hit the next big hurdle, and that's when I'll stop again. It's until that moment, that's basically is how it works. I actually wear quite a lot of jackets, really, so I don't know why I wouldn't know more about how they work. It doesn't look so bad as a shirt, does it? It could just be a shirt. I'm sort of looking at the main screen. This also looks on stream, basically. It's not really so bad as a shirt, I suppose. Obviously, like I said, it doesn't look very good because it's obviously not shirt isn't coloured in yet, so it's a bit weird. It's quite surprising that jeans aren't really used very often. I wonder if they're just not so very interesting. None of the designs I picked out use jeans, funny enough. Well, a lot of them use like, I don't know what they're actually called, but like sort of suit trousers. Shoto had maybe the chinos, perhaps? Chinos are pretty good because like you can kind of just match with lots of different outfits. That's a reference of looking at this picture. Sort of staring at his trousers. Yeah, really good. I think yeah, jeans are surprisingly uncommon in this sort of big inspiration sheet. There aren't any jeans in there. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't use jeans because I don't really like the way they look very much, to be honest. I'm not that big on it. Not that fond of them. No, there's no legs. This is final form. Got baggy, they just look terrible. I'm not using those. Nope. Okay, what about these? That's like a waist, that looks pretty nice. What was that though? Okay, I thought we had something else. I just don't remember what it was. Yeah, these though. That's not very good. We just hide the denim part, we could just use those. Which sounds like a general layout perhaps instead. The problem with the jacket around the waist is until this looks like an actual shirt, not like a jacket in any way, It does get a weird effect, which doesn't look very good, then you reckon? Yeah, these could technically be chinos. These could be chinos, I reckon. I don't know about the interesting pattern. Shall we look it up, chat? Chinos. Yeah, a lot of pictures are just like very basic. But this is pretty much what I meant before when I said I'm not very good at designing fantasy albums. I'm better at sort of like normal outfits, just normal clothing that people would actually wear, you know, on a day-to-day basis. Maybe we could have something like this, I suppose. Like sort of baggy trousers. It's like a better drawn version of it, perhaps. But... yeah, most takes on chinos are generally very simple. Generally. Well, there was something I was going to look up. I don't know what it was. I have forgotten. Forgotten. Actually, I quite like these sorts of trousers. They look kind of cool. I think they're probably for women, but like they look cool. Ooh. There was something earlier where I was like, I want to look that up on stream. I don't know what it was now, it's really annoying me. Don't remember what it was. I don't know, when I went to the hairdresser, as you can imagine, I didn't really know what to say to her how to cut my hair. I kind of just sort of said, like, yeah, I have no idea. I said to her at the time, I was like, I have like probably split ends in my hair because I haven't cut it in like 2 years. And she looked at it and she was like, no, not really. And I was like, oh, okay. That was my whole plan. That was my get out of jail free card. I was gonna say just get rid of that and then leave it. So then we kind of sat there for like 10 minutes just talking about different ideas, just throwing stuff at the wall, trying to figure out what to do. Like, it was completely empty. It was just literally just me and her, like, in the shop, like, alone. So we could just sort of chat about it for a good while without any worries. And she was quite helpful. She definitely didn't really know what to say. I'm guessing they're not allowed to put words into your mouth, probably. They probably have to, like, you know, let you specifically choose. Because this is the second headers I've ever gone to where they wouldn't really be that helpful with, like, what to do. They would kind of try to dance around the question. So I'd probably assume they're probably not supposed to tell you what to get. But yeah, she sort of threw a few ideas at the wall. Eventually I said, I kind of do want to have a fringe again. And then she was kind of just like, I guess we could do that. And then she like tried what it would look like. And she said, oh, that looks pretty good. And I was pretty happy with that reaction because it sounded very genuine. And I thought, oh, okay, we'll try that then. We'll just go around that. And then slowly she sort of cut off bits of it, shortened it a bit, and then she showed me my hair. It looked like a fucking helmet, and she was like, is this good? And I was like, no, that looks awful, please continue. I didn't say it quite so harshly, but I was kind of just like, yeah, no, please don't, please cut it a little bit more. And then yeah, eventually we kind of got to where it is now. I think you've already seen it. It's not really that crazy. It's got the weird bits at this here where it sort of curls around, which I don't like very much. It's not really my thing. But I could actually have a fringe. I'm gonna ruin my hair for you now so you can see that technically I do have the hair short enough, ironically, to give myself a proper fringe and look like, I don't know how you describe this sort of hair. It's really awful, messy haircut. I think it looks almost like too young. I look like my teenage ring. What the fuck happened? Yeah, doesn't really suit me. I would say it's weird, sort of overtly short. Well, not short, overtly hairy fringe. Yeah, obviously not quite what it was before. I can't believe it early now. I just ordered it randomly before stream. We'll go with that. That's probably fine, right? It's probably okay. I do worry a little bit about my appearance. I will admit. I can't say I can't say completely like, oh, I don't care what people think of me. So that would be a lie. I care enough, but yeah, it's tough to get it in the way that you want. I had phlegm. Yeah, but it just sort of suddenly rises into your mouth. You're just like, so I went to get rid of it real quick. Hmm. And it's really bugging me. There was definitely something I was gonna look up earlier, and I don't remember what it was now. It's just like, ugh. I'm gonna finish stream, and I'm gonna fucking remember what it was. I'm gonna be like, no, I didn't do that on stream. No. We could at least change the song, I guess. The song's a bit boring now. Hmm. Really random thing. I know it's kind of a slightly controversial thing to talk about. But, Chugga Conroy, of course, has sort of come back now, officially. Obviously, he had a bit of a fall from grace because he came out. He was a bit of a weird guy. He didn't do anything like too crazy. He didn't do anything criminal. He was just kind of a bit of a weirder. And you know that goes on Twitter, to be fair. People will fucking crucify you for less than that. So obviously he had a pretty rough time for a while, and even I kind of gave him some shit for it because he did see some weird shit. Like there was definitely some stuff where it was a bit weird. It was kind of like, So yeah. But like, yeah, I'm happy that he's back. I am happy that he's returned because he's like, he did acknowledge that he did bad, and he did get help for it. He did actually go to a therapist. He did actually go out of his way to take a long break. Thought about things quite a lot. I felt like he did everything right, you know what I mean? And I'm happy that he's back again. He's a bit of a ray of sunshine, I think, even. I think it allows pretty many people, including myself. I've watched him since I was like 11 years old, I reckon. And even now, I'll suddenly go to one of his playthroughs at some point when I need search. On like a difficult day, I just need something to cheer me up. I'll just go with one of those old playthroughs when I was a kid and just watch him again, yeah. So I'm happy that he's back. I'm glad that he's doing alright. Obviously best not to, you know, completely forget that it happened, because that'd be a terrible idea, but... Yeah, there's a lot of people, the reason I brought up is because I saw like a message on his channel or whatever, which suddenly popped up on my feed somehow. And it was like he's picking his next playthrough now. Next Let's Play, I guess they're called. And it's, I don't know what it's gonna be. But I think usually he used to give 3 hints, I think. So I think it's gonna be a third one. He's only got 2 so far. But apparently it won't require another game to enjoy it. And it's the third game in a series, which is a pretty interesting contrast, isn't it? Because like you'd think the third game in the series would require the first and second game to enjoy, but it's like, And then you look at the comments, and it's mostly memes, but then you sort of realize just how many games there are out there which really don't require the first 2. Luigi's Mansion 3 is the big one. But people are saying like Morrowind. People are saying Grand Theft Auto 3, Splatoon 3. And you got yeah, actual guesses, I guess, of Splatoon 3. And Bowser's Inside Story is the third one, I guess. Yes, it was. It was on the DS. Yeah, and then Mother 3, like a revisit, would be fantastic. I love Mother 3. It's such a. I was thinking about earlier today. I love that game so much. It's my favorite game of all time. It's so good. But like, I think it could be Xenoblade 3. Like, Xenoblade 3 was played by so many people in like my sort of circles who never played 1 or 2, and I kind of thought like, surely it counts, right? Like, I was just kind of like, wouldn't that count? Sure. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I could be right. And lately I've actually really wanted to do some actual voice acting, but like my throat's been in a pretty shit state, which is like typical. And it was like right when it comes around and I'm like, I could practice some voice acting. My throat's just like, no. No. Oh, it's not allowed. Sorry that you kind of just watched me like just stare at a screen, by the way. It's really annoying that I forgot what it was, because I don't want to end stream until I think of that. Obviously, I'm not ending it yet anyway. I haven't done this, but that's annoying. like mad, it's annoying. I'm just like, oh, what was it? It was so simple that I didn't react quickly enough. Ooh. Oh, I think I know what it was actually now. Remarkably, that was a recommended video. You know that weird animation thing? It's like the Polonese or whatever. The sort of weird little guys. They're kind of creepy, actually. Kind of creep me out. They did a cover 5 years ago of the song I was thinking of earlier, which I would never have come up with, which also is actually a song from Baba Free, which is insane. But there was so many hints. It was like the world was trying to be like, hey, look, it was this. That's insane. This song. So this song, if you're not familiar with it, is called Porky's Pokies or Porky's Porkies from Lava Free, and it's like a clever possessive S on the first one. So it's Porkies, like Porkies that belong to Porky, essentially. Porkies. And it's a clever little thing in game where you're fighting a bunch of different clones of someone called Porky, which is why it's got the name. The reason I'm telling you this is because I thought to myself randomly the other day that if I were to name my chat anything, I probably won't really need to for a long time because it's just me talking to myself. But if I ever come to that point where I actually have people to talk to, I'm gonna call you guys Piffs. Because as a little link to this song, Piffs, because I think it sounds cute. And it reminds you of this song, like I say, which is a great song. Ooh. Oh, yeah, we've nearly cleared, what's it called? We've nearly cleared, nearly there. M4S in Final Fantasy 14. We can probably do it next time we raid. We could also probably do it next 2 weeks, because that fight honestly fucking sucks. That fight can go eat a dick. I hate it. I actually hate the fight. I love the song, but I had to mute it ages ago. I got so sick of hearing it. I had to mute the song weeks ago, maybe over a month ago, because I couldn't stand listening to it anymore. I was just like, man, this song. I've been on this fight for what feels like a fucking long time. It feels like months we got into that fight ago, you know? I'm just like, we're still doing it multiple times a week. We just can't clear that fight. It's driving me mad. I can't stand it anymore. I hate it. Genuinely hate that fight. I think it's so unfun. The first 3 fights are great, but the 4th fight of the current tier is just so annoying. It's just like, there's so much shit. Every single mechanic is like 5 different mechanics. Well, that's not really right, because actually, I like fights that are like 5 small mechanics together, instead of 1 big mechanic. So technically, every mechanic is 1 big mechanic here. But it's what I mean by that is it's like, there's still multiple things you have to do, but like, not in the way that it's simple. I don't know how to word this, because it sounds like I'm talking shit. What's her name? Fucking Beelzebub, whatever. The wind lady, the French wind lady that you fight in, like, post-Endwalker. Barbaricha, that's the one. Barbaricha is a great example of a fight which I love, where there's not really a single difficult mechanic in Barbaricha. Instead, you're doing mechanics that are like 4 small mechanics simultaneously, which are all like sort of together, which make it more difficult to do because you've got to juggle all these different things at once. But in M4S, it's not really that. It's like it's still one mechanic, but it's just got so many layers to it that there's so much shit you have to remember and pay attention to at all times. That a single run of that fight, I feel exhausted, and that's like one 15-minute pull to get to the last mechanic of the fight. We wipe every single time on sunrise or whatever. So I do one run and I'm exhausted. That it's like, okay, now you got to do another like 2 hours of this shit. I'm just like, oh, please, can we just not? I just don't want to do it. I don't have fun with it. I think it's fucking boring. It's just awful. Like by the end of those sessions, I'm making like 58,000 mistakes per run because I just don't care anymore. I just can't be bothered to focus. I'm just so mentally drained. Like, you know how I get when I stream? If I stream for like 5 or 6 hours, I get like really tired and a bit quiet and a bit awkward, and I kind of rush my goodbye a little bit. I'm going to admit that I do it because I do. Anyone can see. It's the same sort of thing as that, but on a much smaller scale, because I don't enjoy doing that. I enjoy streaming. I don't enjoy raiding. Well, I sort of do. I don't really enjoy raiding. I like extreme trials in that game. I don't really like the savage raids very much. Yeah. M4S is just like, it feels like an ultimate fight to me. Like, obviously, people will be like, it's not that difficult, but like, I mean, I'm not that good at the games. To me, it reminds me of what the only other time I've ever had such little fun in this game is when I was doing, for one thing, Shiva Savage, which was EAS, I think, like 5 years ago, and the other one was Alexander Ultimate T. Those two plus M4, so those three fights I would say are my least favorite in the entire game because I have progged all of them for many hours, multiple times a week. And every single one of them was just the same shit, where I just got to the point where I was just like, we just stop? I don't want to do this anymore. This is fucking boring. I hate this. It's so unfun to do. It's just the same fucking, like, two mechanics we keep wiping to over and over again because it's just... They're just so fucking convoluted. It's so much shit to pay attention to. It's insane. It's like, think about one of the first mechanics of that fight, where it's like, everyone has to spread out to the sides or in the middle. So you have to check first, sides or middle. Then you have to check at the edge of the arena, is it this pattern or is it this pattern? And you move to that correct position according to what the pattern is on the middle or in the outside. And then you're going even further than that. You have to then pay attention to the boss, whether they're doing pink or purple. And if you got hit and it's pink, then you have to move to the back if you're a melee, and then range moves to the front. And then you have to move back to the boss again and then continue. And that's the mechanic done. But there's so much shit and there's so many variables. There's so many things that can happen differently out of all of those combinations. So many different fucking things that you can't just remember some basic thing like a muscle memory instinct. You have to check every single time. You have to constantly fucking check, scan every little detail. It's so tiresome. I hate it so much. I can't stand it. That fight is so unfun. That's the first fucking mechanic of the fight, basically. That's the first actual mechanic in the entire fight. Yeah, I hate it. I can't wait to be clear of that fucking fight, and I'm done with it for good. I'm never doing that shit again. Never. I hate it. I can't wait another second of that fight. It feels like my life is being wasted away. It feels like I can feel it draining away my energy. Just, oh, yeah. I just need to vent. I hate this. I hate that fight so much. It's awful. Music is the only good thing in that entire fight. Other than that, the first three fights are bangers. I love the first three fights of this current tier. I think it's great. There's some music anyway. There's some more other music actually. There's some really great songs in this soundtrack. That is looked. I need some like overalls so I can actually pull them up. I don't even know. I think that's a something. I think the whole body up, right? Like sort of like that or something. Or maybe it's the opposite. Like that. I don't know. Pretty have no idea what I'm talking about. Please ignore me. You can see my phone says 10 p.m. Probably can't even read that. That Free soundtrack is such a banger. It's such a great soundtrack. Love it. Draw a smiley face. Oh, it isn't very good, but it's kind of like a smiley face. I'm about to cook at Chinos again then. My favorite pastime, yes. I do love staring at Cheetos. I quite like this guy's jacket, actually. It's like a guy's jacket right here. I'll try to place that over here. This very tiny man. Actual size. It's actually smaller than my character by quite a bit. There you go. It's like a little child, my character. Oh, by the way, the character's gonna be called Piff, I decided. He's just gonna be Piff. It's just me, right? We're the same person. Yeah, I quite like this jacket, it's quite neat. Maybe not there, maybe not. Big yawn. I scrolled down far enough on my search for chinos, by the way, that I have now found a picture of Shizuku. Shizuku, I think, from Hunter x Hunter's manga. I feel like I'm actually being spied on, like, legitimately. I feel like generally the internet's just like, oh, this guy's talking about a lot on his stream, why don't we just creep him the fuck out? Let him know we're listening, you know, for every single word. I think I am past the point where I'm actually looking at trousers. I think I'm looking at everything else. I don't know how to describe to you what I'm seeing, but like there's a lot, but it's not trousers at all. Ooh. That was me, but on others. Actually, one that never fails is Mother Free Mind of a Thief. A great song. I can't really win the volume. FPS. Right. Let's type in open shirt real quick. See how it should look. Telling you what I'm looking at, of course, so that you can, like, you know, follow. You can copy my search history, so you know you can match. Be twins, right? One of them has the shirt folding, but the problem is he's actually in motion, so it would make sense for that to happen. Oh, it doesn't have an end of stream yet. It's because I know the second I end stream, I'm gonna like close down this little clip studio paint thing, and I won't look at it for another week. So I'm gonna just I'm trying to like use the pressure of being watched to like actually work on it. Ba, 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 ba. One of these seems to imply that the shirt might kind of roll up a little bit. Could try and do something like that. What players have I got in here then? Peaceful Spring Night. Oh, but it actually doesn't work. Playlist is just broken, because I gotta remove that one then. What about this one? He's pretty nice. I like this one. Yeah, it looks like the shirt might sort of hug the body and like sort of roll up a little bit. I think this guy will use. I can't show him on stream because technically he's shirtless, I guess. He's got a shirt on, but like barely, so I think Twitch would get mad at me if I showed that. Let's see if I can replicate it though. I am pretty sleepy, as you can probably tell. Probably not really hiding it very well. Oh, there we go. This one. He's taking away from the heading to it. Still looks too warped now, don't you reckon? There you go. It's a different colour for the bits inside. Actually, definitely the wrong there. Whoops. It might really look wrong because it's like too opaque. Let's leave it kind of like that. I think it does look a little bit better like that. I'm still not entirely sure about this shirt. The inside of the shirt, anyway. one thing I need to think about is actually some like camo trousers, like army trousers. I just saw a picture of them and I thought, oh yeah, I've heard of this before, but they'd be like pretty better as like cargo pants, I think they're called. Which I do have a layer that's called that. I think I do anyway. It's if I quickly find it. Yeah, because I can't make it any bigger. I don't know what's down there. It is the same thing again. Yeah, it's the same thing again. Maybe I never drew cargo pants. That's surprising. I thought that'd be obvious, I don't know. I wonder if there's like a brush for it. Some of these brushes are so cool. Look at that. Look at this shit. What the hell? You got book, building. Like, how did they even make this stuff? This is crazy. It's so neat. 4 leaves. The last patch. Last layer. Yeah, I'll have to do it myself, I guess. It's quite tough, though. Perfect. Anyway. I think this is probably what I use for this, if I have to guess, the thin chain one. This one doesn't even look like a brush, this is just insane. Like, what the fuck? It's just like a picture. Like, how did it work? Yep, I'm not sure. But I'm getting quite tired. It's like 20 past 10 now. I don't think this looks that bad. We could call it progress. I'm not sure. I just feel like there's something missing, you know what I mean? There's some kind of spice that it needs to be more interesting. I just can never quite put my finger on what it is because I don't know enough about clothing. It's so annoying. Ah. Sadly, none of my friends are really that experienced with clothing either, so I can't really like ask them. Just the throwing stuff at the wall, trying to figure it out. Hopefully, I mean, I probably won't finalize this VTuber until I know for sure that it's done. Until I get to a point where I'm just like, yep, that is something I like, because I feel like I don't really want to release it and be like, yeah, this is half-assed, let's just use it as it is, because what's the point, right? It's tough. It is tough. Also, the shoes, I said before, I just completely placeholder. They're not like anything interesting. Anyway, I guess I might as well end the stream there for now because I'm quite tired and I might as well go, you know, start winding down because I've got work tomorrow and I would like to rest a little bit. I don't know if you really enjoyed watching this stream, but if you did, I'm glad you did. Thank you for watching. And I'll stream next week. I would like to stream more than one day a week. And I say that a lot, I guess. But I do mean it when I say it. I do want to do it. I just end up being like I'll be like, oh, today I'm gonna play Metaphor. And then I realize I can't really stream that. I'm like, ah. Guess I'm not gonna stream then. Yeah, it's tough because streaming requires some degree of planning. Like this is Shadows of Doubt stream. I would never have played the game on my own. There's no reason for me to play it on my own, right? I wouldn't have enjoyed it enough to that. Playing it with people watching is more funny, or enjoyable, to some degree anyway. But yeah, I don't think I'll play it again, so I'll probably uninstall out of this stream. Yeah. Oh well. We'll play something else next time. We'll have a laugh then, and until then, I hope you'll look after yourselves. And hopefully we'll meet again then next week. Probably on Sunday, but possibly during the week. If you want to follow me, by all means, please do. And then we can meet again easily, whenever it happens.